Stop it. Get some help.
Stop the cap.
Right. Let's get this show on the road, man, because, you know, as I said before last night, I don't expect to be getting bare views as I'm streaming live, right? So I'm doing this as if it's a pre-recorded video. So we're going to get into it. We are going to get into this. So the hot topic is the Community Shield versus the Spanish Super Cup, right? And let me just, because I didn't put the picture in here, right? So an Arsenal Twitter account, X account, whatever you want to call it, called Gabiste. It's got a picture of Martinelli. And to be honest, the person, whoever's behind that, you know, I agree with this tweet, right? So let's get into it. They put what the thumbnail, basically. The thumbnail is a screenshot, but basically, why do people believe the Spanish Super Cup is a real trophy, but the English Super Shield is just a friendly? And then the photo has a photo of Real Madrid with the Spanish Super Cup, and it shows the other photo shows Arsenal players with the English Super Shield. And that, to me, is a good question, because Real Madrid, obviously the other night, they won the Spanish Super Cup, and that you know, again sucked off with struck games. That's the treatment Real Madrid are getting because they've won the Spanish Super Cup. It's a trophy. It's, you know, Real Madrid won a trophy, man. Right? Ancelotti might lose his job if you don't win the cup. Blah blah blah. Right? But the Community Shield isn't seen in the same way. Now, I've said before, right, that I used to be in the camp of where the Community Shield doesn't count as part of the season, blah blah blah, until when I was, you know, arguing the point with someone about this. I looked up, okay, let's look at Oxlade-Chamberlain's goals for Arsenal in this season, because when I was arguing this was during the 2015-16 season. So I looked at Oxlade-Chamberlain's goals, his goals for the whole season, all competitions, and it counted because he only scored, I think at the time, he only scored about 1 or 2 goals in the league and 1 or 2 in the EFL Cup. And it showed that he had 5 goals, and he was the only one that scored in the Community Shield in 2015. So it counts. So, for example, obviously we won the Community Shield back in August. And obviously none of our players actually scored in that game. But if Saka scored a hat-trick in a Community Shield, for example, he'd be on 3 goals more than whatever he's on. I can't remember how many goals he's got this season. I haven't got many. But he'd be on 3 goals more for the total of the season. So the Community Shield does actually count as, you know, 1, you've won something this season. 2, it is part of the season. It is part of your season. Now, the thing is that we don't want to use it because when you've got a manager that you don't want at this club, it could help keep his job. You know what I mean? And it ineffectively, it can lower the standards. It can. You know what I mean? I'll say it will, but it can. So let's get into it. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. So this is Wikipedia. FA Community Shield. Yeah? So we're going to read about the Community Shield. Because the Spanish Super Cup that Real Madrid won, right? Every time Real Madrid or Barcelona or someone gets their hands on that trophy, right? everyone's doing this. You know what I mean? Everyone's doing that. Oh, they want another trophy, mate. But Community Shield, nobody rates it. No matter who it is, nobody rates the Community Shield. And I was the only one that was basically rating it to the point of where the Community Shield is basically first and second facing off. The best in the country face the second best in the country. Now, I disagree that Arsenal should have been in the Community Shield. I think Man U should have been in it because they won a trophy last year. They won the EFL Cup. You know what I mean? You tell me that finishing second with nothing is more successful than winning the EFL Cup. The EFL Cup makes you the third best in English football, right? The FA Cup makes you second best, and also the league makes you the best. But if the person who's won the league also takes the FA Cup, then by definition, you would then go down to the third best and say, right, you go in the Community Shield. But anyways, let's get into it. So, the Football Association Community Shield, formerly the Charity Shield, is English football's annual match contested at Wembley Stadium between the champions of the previous Premier League season and the holders of the FA Cup. If the Premier League champions also won the FA Cup, then the league runners-up provide the opposition, which for me should be the EFL Cup winners. The fixture is recognised as a competitive Super Cup by the Football Association and the UEFA. Let me just, I don't know if I'm not speaking English. I don't know, right? It is recognized as a competitive Super Cup by the UEFA and the FA. And everyone sucks off the Spanish the UEFA Super Cup, don't they? You know, when the Champions League winners and the Europa League winners face off, you know, first best in Europe, second best in Europe. Everyone's sucking it off. And here you have UEFA and the FA. The fixture is recognised as a competitor. Hold on, am I sharing my screen? No. Oh, sorry. As you can see here, the fixture is recognised as a competitive Super Cup by the Football Association and UEFA. So let's just hover over this. A Super Cup is a competition, usually but not exclusively in association football, which often forms a curtain raiser to a season and typically involves only two teams who have qualified through success in other competitions during the previous season. Let's not forget, people, that the UEFA Super Cup is a curtain raiser for European football. So people can downplay the Community Shield, and the thing is, Man City fan LB said something on that stream that I reacted to yesterday. On that same stream, he said something which I thought was quite funny, but something that you know, rival fans will typically say. But I'm gonna get into that in a second anyway. I'm gonna get into what he said. But it's recognized as a competitive Super Cup by the Football Association and UEFA. Organized by the FA, proceeds from the game are distributed the community in initiatives. My reading's poor, people, and and charities around the country. Revenue from the gate receipts and match program sales is distributed to the 124 clubs who competed in the FA Cup from the first round onwards. For onward distribution to charities and projects of their choice, while the remainder is distributed to the FA's national charity partners. The fixture was first played in the 1908-09 season, replacing Sheriff of London Charity Shield. Then the current holders are us, blah blah blah. So I won't read into all the history. I mean, I'll leave that for you guys. So yeah, so the rules of the Community Shield. The rules of the Community Shield are generally the same as those of the Premier League, with a team of 11 starting players and 7 substitutes. However, unlike most other competitions where only 5 substitutes are permitted, teams in the Community Shield are permitted up to 6 substitutions. If the scores are level after 90 minutes, teams play in a penalty shootout. If the team wins both Premier League and FA Cup, the runner-up from the Premier League will play. So the status. So, serving as England's Super Cup between the previous seasons, Premier League champions and FA Cup winners, the Community Shield is regarded as a curtain raiser and is the first competitive game of each top-flight English football season. However, it has been treated with varying degrees of seriousness by participating teams, with some using it similarly to friendlies in their pre-season schedule as an opportunity to give match practice to fringe members of their squads or those returning from injury. BBC Sport pundit Mark Lawrenson and the Guardian writer Tom Bryant both described the match as a glorified friendly. Prior to the 2008 Community Shield, Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson summarised his opinion on the competition. The Community Shield is a prestigious match, but I have used players in it who are not quite fit. It's always a game we never quite use as or do or die thing. We use it as a barometer for fitness. So Sir Alex Ferguson admits that it's not do or die if you win it or not. So he never took it as serious as like, we absolutely must win it, right? Others, however, continue to recognise the status of the match as the first official game and trophy of the domestic season, which it technically is, because if not, then the UEFA Super Cup, that's not a trophy, that's not real then. And then the Spanish Super Cup and then the German Super Cup, they're not real trophies then. But as I said last night, the way the English promote things versus other countries is different. You know what I mean? Other countries take their Super Cups, promote it as if it's more serious. Over here, don't make effort over here. Ahead of the 2016 Community Shield against Man United, Leicester City manager Claudio Ranieri asked, "Why do you say this question? A friendly? When is the Community Shield a friendly? Of course, we will be at the maximum and Manchester United will be at their maximum." Now, I know people probably think, as I've read that out, well, you know, Leicester, they're never in a Community Shield. Of course, they're going to say that. Of course, anybody who's managing Leicester that's in a Community Shield is going to have the opinion that, you know, oh, well, we're going to take it more seriously because you're never in it. You know what I mean? Whereas Man United, they've won it most times and blah, blah, blah. Right? The two teams want to win. I'm very excited. The following year, Chelsea manager Antonio Conte affirmed the significance of the cup, you know, being that he would have played in Super Cups, Italian Super Cups or whatever theirs is called, and everything like that, stating it's not a friendly game, it's an official game and there is a trophy for us. It must be important. Ahead of his side's clash with Arsenal, the team that had denied his club the double the previous season. Yeah, the team that denied them the double. Anyways, likewise, in 2018, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola. Now, Pep Guardiola, right? Everyone agrees he's the best manager in world football right now. Everyone sucks him off every time he gets his hand on the trophy. So let's see what Pep says, right? What's happening, Rod? What's happening? So let's see what Pep says about the Community Shield that everyone, you know, just doesn't rate at all. Pep Guardiola referred to his side's clash with Chelsea in the competition as the first final of the season. Prior to the 2023 match, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta affirmed the status of the Community Shield when speaking to the official match day programme, stating, "We're proud to be playing in the FA Community Shield here at Wembley Stadium. This is a match which recognises two clubs who had a good year. Well, we didn't. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't have been in it. Should have been Man United in it. But oh well. With a traditional place in our football calendar at the start of the new season, the FA Community Shield is a trophy. When there's a trophy on the table, you want to win. So managers are recognizing it as a trophy. That's how I recognize it. Even though people say it's a dinner plate, whatever. Facts of the matter is, it's something to be won, right? And it's recognized as Super Cup. The UEFA say that. The UEFA and the FA say this is a competitive Super Cup. They're saying that, not me. So this is records. You know, we don't really need to get into all that. But and this is showing the tiles. It was won and shared. Obviously, we don't share community shields anymore. So yeah. So let me just talk about what LB said on his it's LB, I think he calls himself. Let me just get to this comment. When I was a kid, it was a charity shield and nothing special. It's just always held on to that energy, really. Just how it's always been in England. And that's the thing. This is what I'm saying about England, the way England promote things. If they promoted this how it really is, aka I'm the best here, you're the best there, us two are facing off. Let's see who's really the best. If England promoted it like that, people would have more of a mindset of the Community Shield has a deeper meaning, because Real Madrid take their Super Cup seriously. Bayern Munich take their Super Cup seriously. All the countries, they take their seriously. And everyone takes the UEFA Super Cup seriously when it's the Europa League finalists, winners, and the Champions League winners facing off. You know what I mean? But here in England, it's been downplayed, so now there's no going back. You know what I mean? But let me go on to what LB said. So LB said on the stream, and I can't be asked digging it up, to be honest with you, on Saeed's stream, he said, if you take away the Community Shields from Arsenal, or it'll take away the Community Shields altogether from Arsenal and Man City or something like that. If you take away the Community Shields, Man City have more trophies than Arsenal or something like that. So I find that interesting. I find it interesting how rival fans want to talk about removing the Community Shield just to try and say that you've got more trophies than another club. And it tends to be clubs that were formed recently. And what I mean by formed recently, clubs that had nothing before the Sugar Daddy came in. Now, let's get into perspective. If LB, for example, wants to go by removing Community Shields, we have more, Man City have more trophies than Arsenal, fine. So let's remove the trophies that Man City won before 2009 then. That's the way I see it. If we can remove the Community Shields just to try and prove, oh yeah, we have more trophies than Arsenal if we remove that, right? Bear in mind, having so many Community Shields means you've either won FA Cups or you've won league titles. You know what I mean? There's only twice Arsenal have got in the Community Shield for finishing second, right? Let's remove Man City's trophies before the Sheikhs came in. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'll go on Google. I'll go on because sometimes you type in who has most trophies in, and some do remove Community Shield. Who has more trophies? Arsenal or Man City? Let's have a look. Who's won the most trophies? You know, isn't it? Yeah, except right. So this is on the Zone website. So let me share my screen. Should be sharing. Saying that, I bet you top dollar teams like Spurs, Villa, and like would know your hand for the Shields, the trophy. Yeah. These clubs would bite the hand to be in the Community Shield. Winning a Charity Shield without winning the FA Cup or Premier League is just not an accomplishment. I agree. We should never have been in a Community Shield. It should have been Man United. But I'm going to take it. Seems like you're in it. You know what I mean? Because there's no other way. That's what lets the Community Shield down as well. Because I don't know if other leagues do this. Maybe they do. I'm not sure how they work. I don't know if being in the Spanish Super Cup, you can get in there without winning anything. I don't know. I'm not sure. But one thing we do know is you can't be in the UEFA Super Cup and not empty-handed. You'd had to have won the Europa League or the Champions League. You know what I mean? So this is where the FA lets it down, because you're allowing second place finishers to be in a Community Shield they should never be in. It should have gone to the EFL Cup winners. You know, I don't know if it's something to do with them not. Is it not? Are they not part of the FA or something? I don't know. It should be. Meant they'd bite your hand off for the transfer shield. But let me just go on to. Wait, let me stop that. Let me share. Right, so you guys should be seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah, you guys can see it. So Arsenal's trophy record. Domestically, the club has won 13 league titles, 14 FA Cups, 2 AFL Cups, and 6. Well, we've actually got 17 now, so this needs updating. But unless they're disregarding the shared one. In international competitions, the club has won Intercity's Flares Cup, which is what's now the Europa League, considered predecessors to Europa League, and a Super Winners, a UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. Man City have won 8 league titles. Well, actually, no, they've got 9 now. So this hasn't updated. 6 FA Cups. Well, it'll be 7 now, won't it? 8 EFL Cups. 6 FA Community Shields. Yeah, they haven't even updated thingy. I'm gonna have to do this a long way, aren't I? I'm gonna have to do this a long way. Give me a second. I'm just gonna go. I'll just go on the Wikipedia. It's easier because they haven't even updated it. So we'll just count it all together. So let's go Man City's honours. You lot probably can't see this right now, but I'll make it so you can see it. Right. See, I don't know how they count it, because are they counting second division as well? You know what I mean? This is the thing. I don't know. I don't know if they're doing it like that. Let me stop sharing my screen. Just give me a second. Right. I just want the Wikipedia of Arsenal. I'm not asking much, am I? Just take me to the Wikipedia, please. Take that away. Take that away. And then I'm going to share with you guys my entire so you guys should be seeing this. Yeah, you guys can see it. So let's go one man. So 9 league titles. I'm not sure if they're counting second division. They've got 7 of those. But let's just go by Premier League, FA Cup, EFL Cup, Community Shields, and then European, and then obviously the Club World Cup. So 9 and 7. So that's 16. EFL Cup 16, 24, 6 Community Shields, that's 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So we're saying 34 if you don't include the second tier. And Arsenal, we're on like 49, aren't we? Are we on 49? I mean, I've gone past it. All right, this makes it easier. So 13, 14, it's 27, 29. See, we're all down 29. Then add 17 to that. 29, 46, 47, 48, 49. Yeah, we're on 49, right? So Man City on 30, right? Let me just clarify that it was 30, wasn't it? 24. Oh no, it wasn't 30. It was 34. It was 34. And we're on 49. So if you take away the Community Shields, so we're on 49, take away 17. I ain't quick at maths, so you have to excuse me, right? Well, let's just get into this, because this whole thing of take away Community Shields, I think is just stupid. So 32, and then 34, we'd still have more trophies than them anyway. They'd be on 28, we'd be on 32. You know what I mean? But you see how rival fans want to bring it closer. It's just like United fans when they say Arsenal have only won 3 Premier Leagues. They make it sound like we've only won 3 league titles. When teams say, when rival fans turn around and say you've never retained the league title, we've done a 3-peat. You know what I mean? But they want to say, oh, well, that was in the 1930s, mate. That was a long time ago, mate. So they want to disregard that we've won a 3-peat before. You have Chelsea fans saying you've never retained Premier League. Well, no, not under the name Premier League, but we've done a 3-peat, which Chelsea have never done, right? But oh no, that was in the 1930s. Okay, so your league title that you won in 1950 something before your sugar daddy came in, your Russian sugar daddy, that means that don't count then. So when Man United won the European Cup, you know when it wasn't called Champions League in 1968, was it 68? Yes, 1968. So that don't count then. You know what I mean? This is what I mean. Rival fans want to minimize Arsenal's success as much as they can. So they want to. Arsenal never returned league title. We've done a 3-peat. We've done a 3-peat, fam. Yeah, it was way before our time, but it's been done. Just not under the name of Premier League. You know what I mean? This is why you have the United fans saying they've won 13 Premier Leagues and we've won 3. Because it makes it sound like they've won 13 league titles compared to our 3 league titles that we've won, even though 3 of them was called the Premier League. You know what I mean? And before it was even called the Premier League, we actually had more titles than Man United. You know what I mean? But they just want to downplay because, as I said before, from 13 to 3 is a bigger gap than from 20 to 13. It's a bigger gap. That's why they do it. This is why I say, if Arsenal get their hands on the Champions League, right, we're only 1 behind Man United, because that one in 1968, that was a European Cup. That won the Champions League. But you see, one thing you need to notice, guys, is nobody, right, will downplay the European Cup. They won't do it. You know what I mean? If United had won 13 Champions Leagues under the name Champions League, and then the one in 1968, so they got 14, but that's 13 of them, right? They'd start doing the whole name thing as well. But the reason why they don't do it, when United fans want to flex about Champions Leagues, right? They'll happily admit Liverpool have 6 and they have 3 and Villa have 1, Forest have 2 and all that stuff. They'll never downplay the names. They'll never say it was a European Cup and that's a Champions League. They'll never do that. They only do that with league title. Just think of how many people starved in Russia so Chelsea could become. Christ.
You serious?
Let's have fun with this, right? Because teams do this all the time. Let me share my screen again. Let me share my screen. So I've got time tonight, right? So the teams like to say Arsenal never done a 3-peat, right? So Man City, we'll go with Man City right now. They won the league in 1937. And then next time they won it was 1968. Right? And then, look at this gap, 1968. Oh, 2012, when the Sugar Daddies came in. Then they started, then look at this. And then obviously they're doing a 3-peat here. Right? But then they want to flex on Arsenal as if, you've never done the 3-peat. You know what I mean? The times that we did it, the Arsenal did a 3-peat in, fam. You man would dream of the actual success before the Sugar Daddies came in. You know what I mean? Because you man before the Sugar Daddies, a lot of you man aren't real. And this is not a shot at, I'm not taking specific shots at any specific fans at this point. I'm just generalizing now. You know what I mean? You can see the gaps here when you look at before pre-Sugar Daddies. We see what you man are. Look at us, right? First league title, 1931. Then 33, 34, 35, 38. Obviously, World War and that happened, and 48, then 53, 71. So you see them gaps are ridiculous. Then you got 89, 91, 98, 02, and then 04. So obviously now, right now we're in the biggest title draw now. Right now, currently. Right? First FA Cup, 1930. So we started bitsing it out, right? From 1930, really. When you think about it. 1930, shit was on an ascent. You know what I mean? 1930. So 1930 won a trophy. Then 31 won a trophy. 32 didn't. 33, 34, 35, 36. You know what I mean? 48, 50. Oh, wish that stopped popping up. Bear in mind the shields as well. You know what I mean? We were claiming shields, fam. In the meantime. You know what I mean? But people want to downplay as if we've never done something that's on our record. Retaining the league title is on our record. You know what I mean? Let's have a look at Chelsea then. Look at them. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. So let me go back to my right. Oh wait, there we are. Everyone else does it. They just downplay. Like every time we say Arsenal have retained the league title, we've actually done a 3-peat before. It was in the 30s, and they'll say, "Oh, it was in 30s." We still did it, though, didn't we? I mean, league title 1955. Look at that. 2005, 2006, 2010, 2015, 17. I mean, that's when Sugar Daddies come in. Second division, blah blah blah. You see, if Man City fans want to flex about they've won more trophies than us, I think if you count when they were second tier and third tier team, then add another 7 on 34. Promoted third place. Is that a trophy? Promoted third place. Is that if those are trophies, then you still don't have more than us. even when you were down in the second tiers, you know what I mean? Second tier, what's that? We Arsenal never known what that is, fam. You know what I mean? But anyways, obviously Chelsea retained the Premier League here and there. You know what I mean? But you see, you man did the retaining under sugar daddy money. You know what I mean? We were doing it like World War times. You know what I mean? World War settings, fam. Them hard times, fam. The muddy ass pictures and all that. Some would say, "Oh, it's easier then." Then you man should have lapsed us before you even got the sugar daddies. Then, you know what I mean? You man should have lapsed us then if that's the case. You know what I mean? Talking about Arsenal never retained it. We've fucking done a 3-peat. You know what I mean? We've done a 3-peat before Man City, right? And it was way pre-sugar daddy money, right? Let's have a look at Man United, actually. Let's have a look at Man United. Because obviously Man United have done a 3-peat. And I'll look at Liverpool as well. So have a look at Liverpool, because Liverpool fans, they do the same thing as well. You know what I mean? They do the same thing. They didn't like it when people saying that they've only won one league title. I mean, or they didn't like it when people saying they never won Premier League, treating it as if they never won a league title. They didn't like that. But then when it comes to Arsenal, I've actually done a 3-peat. They just want to disregard it because it was in the phase. You know what I mean? Right. So we're on Liverpool right now. So, right. So Liverpool, they've retained the league title. They've actually retained it. They've retained it twice so far in their history. Oh, no, 3 times. Yeah. 4 times. Oh, yeah, they have done the 3-peat. 82, 83, 84. Yeah. They've done a 3-peat. 82, 83, 84. That's when Liverpool were at their absolute best and they were killing it in them times. So Liverpool have done a 3-peat. You know what I mean? But they haven't done it under the name Premier League, so I guess it doesn't count. You know what I mean? Let's look at Man United. Because we know they've done a 3-peat under Fergie and everything like that. I think they've done it a couple of times, I think, on there. Or was it just that? So, yeah, so they retained the league there. 94. They retained it in 94. Yeah, they retained it in 97. 99, 2002. Yeah. 99, 2000, 2001. 3-peat. 7, 8, 9. That's another 3-peat. So another 3-peat twice. Yeah, so Man United have done the 3-peat twice. You know what I mean? So Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, and now Man City have done 3-peats. You know what I mean? We've all, well, I won't say all, but we've done the 3-peats. We were the first to do it. But us and Liverpool did it when it wasn't called the Premier League. the teams want to say, rival fans want to say, you returned the title before. I mean, but then some of these fans will tend to be fans of say sugar daddy clubs like Man City and Chelsea. They want to pick and choose what they want to count as a trophy and what's not a trophy. And if I take these trophies away, then that means we've got more than you. When it's not actually not even true anyway. You know, even with these second tier trophies, that ain't true. You know what I mean? But yeah, the main focal point of this video was that the Community Shield is actually recognised as a competitive Super Cup by the UEFA and the FA. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, the promotion of it is just seen as a friendly, and because it's a shield, it doesn't look like the World Cup trophy. World Cup trophy. It doesn't look like anything fancy. It's a shield. You know what I mean? It's never got that recognition that this is actually something bigger than what it is, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for this video. Be sure to check it on the playback. But yeah, anyways, match preview is coming soon for the Crystal Palace Arsenal game on Saturday, and the match preview of that is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Because the Premier League is finally back for Arsenal. You know, because the players are out in Dubai, warm weather training, even though they'll come back to the freezing ass cold over here. It's probably going to be even colder when they get back here. But Arteta getting fed meat by Salt Bay, getting fed meat from another man's knife. Yeah. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. But yeah, I'll be back for the live. Well, I don't think I'll live stream it. It'll just be a pre-recorded video. But yeah, check this out on playback. Those may have come in, and I haven't caught it from the beginning. But yeah, anyways, guys, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.